Y'all, welcome to Lunar Tarot. Today's message is a collective message and it is meant to be found in divine timing. And that just means whenever you stumble across this message, that's the time this message was meant to find you. Right? I hope everyone out there is doing well today. I am so thankful y'all have made it here to share in this message. We are going to start off with an oracle card just to see kind of what is coming out for us today. And we get Primavera, she who begins, launch, actualize, and potential. I always love this card when she comes up. I love the butterflies, that classic symbol of transformation, that getting ready to go off on a new journey. All right, let's hop on into these cards. Let's see what we got going on here today. Starting off, we've got King of Swords with the Hermit. Kings can represent someone in our lives, usually a kind of leading influence in our lives. Swords, it could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. In this case, we're paired with the Hermit. And, Swords is that suit of intellect, ideas. I just feel like this person is really encouraging you to take some time to reassess what's going on with your life right now. Really kind of dig deep into figuring out what's working, what's not, where do I need to put my resources, where do I need to pull back. It's like the Hermit is that card of isolation, but it's isolation with a purpose. We can see this person is meditating, right? They're trying to work through some problems that they're having in their life. And I just kind of feel like King of Swords, especially that suit of ideas, it's time to take some time to think about where things are going, where you want to end up, kind of get that plan together. Isolate yourself, but isolate yourself with that purpose of figuring things out, okay? Coming up with some new ideas. All right, next up we've got Page of Wands with the Devil. Pages, again, another court card, can represent someone in our lives. Pages tend to be that younger energy, though. Think about like an apprentice or a student starting a new school, or, someone starting out at a new job, that kind of a thing. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, okay? But someone who's starting out, working towards something. In this case, we're paired with the Devil, which is this card of attachment. Okay, it's a card of vices. It's unhealthy attachments. I'm wondering if this is your first time starting out on a new journey, or if this is the 50th time starting out on a new journey, okay? It feels like you're addicted to starting something new. And when you're starting a new project, when you're starting down a new path, it's really easy to get overly excited about it, to kind of get in that space of being so happy to get started. I almost feel like that is your vice, is that you're just so attached to this new journey energy. It's like you're kind of stumbling, getting past those other blocks, though, that would make this a longer journey, a harder journey, right? But ultimately one that leads to much more fulfillment, much more abundance, much more stability. All right, it's almost like you're addicted to starting new stuff. Okay. All right, next up we've got King of Cups, Two of Wands, another court card, so can represent someone in your life, could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and we've got it paired with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is that card of leaving your comfort zone, okay? This person has built this castle. It's their castle. They're super happy in their castle, but they hold the world in their hands because they know there's so much more out in the world that they could experience, that they could see. There's so much more they could build out there. I feel like the King of Cups is coming through right now to kind of advise you on you're missing out on some of these things in life, okay? Cups is that suit of emotion, of love, of relationships, family, friendships. All right. And the King of Cups, he is someone, he's totally in control of his emotions, okay? But this is really about encouraging you. It's like you can't get out of this comfort zone of seeing the thing through to the end, is kind of the message that I'm getting, is this idea that you're so addicted to starting these new things. And I kind of feel like you're someone very comfortable doing things on your own. It's that kind of jack of all trades, but master of none kind of energy. Okay. It's you can't help but just start new things over and over and over again. And the King of Cups is really coming forward. Just, it's time for you to find that stable path to go on. It's time for you to stick with something. Okay. Just, it's time to really focus on building that kind of stability, that abundance. I think it's interesting. We've got two king cards coming out to help advise you, help influence you. Kings are masters in their own right, in their own areas, okay? And these two are coming out just trying to encourage you to take that journey to becoming some sort of master. All right. And the next two cards we get, Three of Cups with Three of Swords. Okay. Three of Cups, that card of reunion, of celebration, but we're paired with Three of Swords, a card of heartbreak. Also a card of healing. And I just kind of get the impression that the reason you like to stay to yourself is because you have not had a whole lot of good experiences within a group dynamic, okay? I think that is part of your journey, is to figure out how to work in some sort of group dynamic. It's figuring out how to get along in a teamwork kind of area. Because this Three of Cups, I mean, it's just such a card of celebration. These two are just almost opposites, really. Cups, that suit of love and emotions, swords, that suit of ideas and intellect. And it's like they're clashing, okay? For some reason, it's just the teamwork has not, for you, been something that you've excelled at. It's not something that you see value in. I think that you'll see, if you were to rally a team around you, if you were to exist in this group dynamic, I think it's something that you need to heal from, is understanding why the teams didn't work before. And that's not to put all on you for why the teams didn't work. Sometimes teams just don't work well together. But figuring out that, just because I've been on these teams that didn't work doesn't mean that I can't be on future teams that will work well together. Okay. And just healing from that kind of unhealthy association with being part of a team, I think is really going to be helpful for you moving forward. All right. And yeah, we've got Three of Pentacles with the Page of Wands. All right, Page of Wands coming out again. Now, Three of Pentacles is that card of teamwork. They are working together. Pentacles, the suit of material things, money, work, okay? They are working together to successfully bring their project out into the world. And we've got it with the Page of Wands again. Now, Page of Wands, earlier we said that this was you paired with the Devil card, right? This is your addiction, is starting these new projects, these new kind of business projects. Wands is the suit of drive, of work, of passion projects, purpose-driven work, business. All right. And I think that you are going to finally kind of accept that, okay, if I really want to hit where I want to get to, then I need to recognize I need to get a team. I need to get a team together that works. All right. I need to join a team that is doing good work. All right. This is not go off on your own kind of energy. Okay. This is new energy for you, is getting to this kind of place where as a team member, you can work well with your other team members. But ultimately, I think this is a step in the right direction for you, this Page of Wands coming through with this wonderful teamwork. All right. All right. And bottom of the deck cards, we have got 10 of Cups with the Justice card. 10 of Cups, that card of fortune after difficulty, that card of happily ever after, paired with the Justice card, this card of balance and karma. It's really the scales balancing out in your favor. If you can get over this, I can do everything on my own, I don't need a team, I can make it through kind of energy. I think it's leading to these scales balancing out and you finally getting that fulfillment, that fortune after difficulty, that happily ever after. All right. All right, we are going to pull some oracle cards just to see what else is coming out for you. I think it's an exciting time for you. You know, you've got a couple little barriers for this new project, but I think you are, that the butterflies stood out so much today. I think you are transforming and you're figuring out a way that you can get to that place that you want to get to. All right. And the first oracle card we get, Earth School, life lesson, soul growth, study, higher learning. Yeah, that's, you know, it's this healing. It's taking that time to heal, learn from what worked and what didn't. It's taking this time to kind of prioritize, make a plan, right? Reassess things. I do feel like you are going to have to kind of meet this new challenge with a student's kind of energy, just eager to learn, right? Not necessarily dominating, not coming in as a king figure, but more that page figure, just eager to learn, eager to get started, right? The next card we get, don't hold back, it's time, go for it, dive in, the plunge card. All right. Yeah, I think diving in is not necessarily the issue here. I think this is something, this kind of energy is something that you're used to, these new projects. What's going to be different for you is working within a team to get the project done, okay? But that being said, don't hold back. You know, you have a voice in this team, right? Go ahead and dive in. Dive into being that team member. I'm kind of remembering the Good Place, the character Eleanor. She really didn't want to be a part of the team member. She turned down, you know, the office cake at birthdays, and she was not at all interested in being a team member, and that was something that really held her back, right? I'm not sure how many people watch The Good Place, but it's one of my favorites. But it's time to dive in and really be a part of that team, okay? All right, we're going to do this one. We got Rosemary, remembrance, loyalty, faithfulness. I think that could be part of what's holding you back here, is remembering, you know, well, I started all these other projects and I did perfectly fine. But here's the deal with all these other projects, all these other new journeys you started, how many of them are you still working on today? How many of them are still paying off today? Okay. That's kind of what you need to ask yourself when you have these hermit moments, when you have these healing moments, is, could I have gotten further if I had trusted someone to be on a team with me? Okay. All right. And the last card we get, spring. rebuilding, awakening, rebirth. Now, this is a timeless reading. However, at the time of filming, spring is literally around the corner. It's about a month away. And I think that, it could be a significant time for some people in this collective, but really it's that message of awakening to the fact that, okay, I need a team. I'm not going to get everything done that I want to get done. I'm not going to get to that place that I want to get to without a team. And the rebirth is you kind of embracing this new energy and rebuilding, okay? Rebuilding kind of how you look at work, the value that other people bring to the table, okay? All right, collective, that is the message I have for you today. I hope this helps bring some clarity and understanding to your experience. If this reading resonated, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Say, I claim this reading, leave a like, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future messages, and maybe even hit that share button. Pass this message along to someone that needs to hear it. Other than that, I just want to say thank you all so much for being here today. I truly do appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.